Our time has come. The wait is over, and Titanfall 3 is here. Titanfall 3 is coming, and so am I. And I can prove it. I can prove it. I already did prove it. Watch my video if you didn't already. I already proved it. You might be wondering why I'm dressed up tonight. Why does Devskoi look so fancy? Why does he look so sexy tonight? Well, it's because I actually have a date, believe it or not. Yeah, I have a date. And you're sitting in your fucking room. That's what I thought. I have a date. With who, you might be asking? No. With what? I have a date. With Titanfall. That's right, guys. We're not dating anime girls anymore. We're dating video games now. We're at the bottom of the barrel. But just in case my sexy attire and my visual aesthetics weren't enough, I even brought the hat just so I could let Titanfall know that I'm not fucking around, okay? And let me just tell you, somebody's getting fucked and it's not going to be me. So let's get to it, right?
Damn, bitch, where you at? Making that shit so bad.
Titanfall 3 tier list. This is the 2023 Titanfall 2 tier list. Definitive proof, not up for argument. We've got S tier, we've got A tier, B, C, and D. All of the Titans in the game are usable. I will preface by saying that. There's not any in the game that I think are unusable. There's just some that are simply better. And I will reveal it to you. We'll just go in order. Ion is mid as fuck. Ion's literally just mid. Ion is like the default Titan. Like, it's the one you start with. It's the one with like really basic abilities. The like primary fire is kind of just a shittier version of Monarchs, and it also has less ammo. And the tripwire is fucking useless unless you're fighting against somebody who literally can't move or see or think or hear. So the only useful abilities that he has is his Vortex Shield is really good because it can like counter entire ults, which is pretty sick. And his Laser Beam is really good. And his fucking Chest Beam is okay. It's not bad. It's okay. But his Laser and his Vortex Shield carry. And because they both run on the same like energy thing, he's really limited. But he's definitely not bad. So he goes in solid B tier. Legion, I would also put in B tier. That one might be a hot take, but I think Legion is just a comfortable like mid Titan. Out of like the Ogre chassis is like the big Titans. Compared to like Scorch, I don't think Legion is nearly as good. It also just has Legion just has a really low skill ceiling. All of his abilities are the same thing except for his like shield, which requires no brain thought. So like I would maybe even put Legion in C tier because Ion is definitely better than Legion because at least with Ion there's like thinking going on. But like Legion is literally just I shoot God. Like his ult literally just aims for you. So Legion, you just turn off your brain and you just go. So you know what? I might even put Legion in C tier just because of that. Because like Legion's not bad. It's just there's no like skill curve. Like most of the other Titans have an actual skill curve. I'm gonna leave them in C. Northstar S. Not even close. Not up for debate. If you think otherwise, you're just fucking terrible. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Northstar is fucking S tier. Northstar is busted. Like literally every Titan in the game is countered by Northstar pretty much. It's just good. Northstar's just good. I don't know what else to tell you. His railgun is busted. His cluster missile is really good. His traps are really good. His ult is okay. His ult isn't the best, but no one plays for his ult. Scorch, I'm gonna say A tier. I think Scorch is A tier because Scorch has a learning curve. That's for sure. You can't just pick up Scorch and be good, unlike Legion. The only thing with Scorch is he's very map dependent. You can't play Scorch on every map. There's some maps where he kind of sucks, but in a general sense, I think Scorch is a solid A. He kind of has the same vibe as Northstar, where you like poke and then hide, but you also have the ability to just like and that's kind of busted. And his ult is busted too. So I say A. Ronin, Also A. Ronin is a solid A. Ronin is by far the hardest Titan in the game to play, because if you suck at Ronin, you'll literally just get clapped instantly by every Titan in the game. Maybe not North Star, but you'll just get clapped on. But Ronin is very good if you don't suck. His block is really good. It just sucks, it slows you down. And his primary is really good, his melee is really good, his like stun is kind of busted, his phase is really good, his ult's really, like, everything about Ronin is really good. The only reason I don't put Ronin in S tier is just because Ronin doesn't have survivability. You like dive on somebody and, you know, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna almost like get killed. There's not really a lot you can do about that because you're up in their face. So like, it's really a challenge to get more than like 2 Titan kills with Ronin, unless you're like really cracked at the game. So I think A is safe. Tone is S tier just because of how busted and brain dead he is. One of the like top 10 most shocking things I've heard in my entire life was I was playing in a lobby of all Tone players and we lost, and I said ZZZ Tone players GG I guess. And then someone got all butthurt and they're like, you don't realize the skill that it takes to play Dong, 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 like, and you wipe the whole team and take 0 damage. Like, it's that simple. You have to literally be fucking lobotomized to not pop off with Tone. And all of his abilities are broken. So, Tone, easy S tier. Also doesn't require any skill, unlike North Star. You literally just exist. Monarch, also S tier. Monarch is a really, really fucking good. I kind of lied when I said Ion is probably the easiest. Actually, I didn't even say that. I said Legion is the easiest. But Monarch doesn't really have a learning curve. To like, there's not a whole lot going on there. But the like potential is insane. Like, the learning curve is like here, but the potential is like all the way up here. So you don't really have to get that good to get max potential out of Monarch. Like, once you get your 3rd core, you literally are just unkillable. Like, you exist forever. You will never die. And then his like laser beam gives you free shields and stuns, and you can use it twice. And his little missiles are okay, but it's literally just free poke damage. And then his ult gives you free shields whenever you want. Like, he's just busted. But this is the definitive Titanfall 2 2023 tier list for Titans. And if you disagree, you aren't allowed to. All right, guns. This is where we get spicy. I kind of want to speed run. I don't want to take a whole lot of time. I want to do like 1 minute per gun max. Hemlock, C. Solid C. It's usable, but not very good. There's not really a whole lot to say about it. It's kind of a hard gun to use because it's like the burst mode and you can't just like and people are dead. I think C is fair. Alternator, D. Alternator kind of sucks dick. I'm not gonna lie. It's not very good. It's like, it's too shitty to like in close range to be an SMG, but it's too also shitty in like long range to be an AR. So it's in this like weird limbo where it kind of fucking isn't good. Like, it's just, I don't know. It can't be an SMG and it can't be an AR. So now it's just in like weird limbo. So I have no idea. The alternator, I think, is not good. Archer, also fucking terrible. By far the worst Titan weapon. To even shoot it, you have to maintain line of sight with a Titan for like 5 seconds. And it doesn't even do that much damage. Like, it literally does barely more damage than the fucking charge rifle. And you can charge it up behind cover. So, Archer, shit. It's good on some maps because you can like shoot from really far away, or if you are a pussy and use like the amp wall, it's okay. But there's literally no reason you would ever use this unless you're just fighting against like North Stars or something. The Wingman, because the Wingman's a secondary, I think it doesn't deserve to be rated on the same tier as the other guns. In terms of secondary, I think it's A. It's really fucking good. It's like the hip fire is insane. It's like a 2-shot kill, and it's just a good secondary. It's hard to use, but if you get good with it, it's the best secondary in the game. So, the car, S tier. I think the car is the best gun in the game. I think that's I don't think that's a hot take. I think the car is the best gun in the game. It has insane range. It has insane accuracy. Its time to kill is crazy. It has a busted mag size. Reloads in like 1 second. It's just fucking good. The car is the best Car is the best gun in the game. I'm sorry. That's just factual. Charge rifle. It's either B or C. I would either put it high C. I'm going to put it B. Just because it's the only Titan weapon that can also be used as like a actual gun. I mean, I guess you could use the mag launcher, but this is the only one that you can actually hold your own against a pilot with. So I think that brings it out of C tier. And it's also pretty decent against Titans. The only reason I wouldn't put it higher is just because it doesn't do crazy damage, and shooting the charge rifle is literally the same thing as yelling, "Hey, everybody, I'm over here, by the way!" So it's B. I think B is fair. I don't even remember what the fuck this gun is called. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Isn't it called the Cold War? Is that what this gun's called? F. Fucking terrible. Not good. Never seen anybody use this gun and be good with it. If you say that you're good with it, you're fucking lying. It's not good. There's no redeeming qualities about this gun. If somebody is above you, you are simply dead. You are not going to kill them. Unless they're actually fucking stupid. It's just not good. There's literally, and it's not fun to use either. There's no reason to pick up this gun. There's no reason to pick it up. Devotion, worst gun in the game. Not even close. Fucking terrible. Borderline unusable. Lower time to kill than the fucking P20. It's not good. There's nothing else to say about the Devotion. It fucking sucks. Charge up time, terrible. Like, the time to kill is not even good. The reload is terrible. Like, just use the Spitfire. The DMR, B. Easy B. The DMR is like the Kraber for people who are too bad to use the Kraber because you can just spam. And if you're even more of a pussy, you can use the amp wall, and it's like a one-shot body shot. So, longbow, solid B. Double take. I actually really like the double take, I'm going to be honest. I want to put it in A tier, but I think it belongs in high B tier. It's pretty good. It can be used as like a shotgun, which is good. Because the other one, I mean, I don't know. That's not as redeeming of a quality because the hip fire on the Kraber is already really good as it is. So being able to use it in close range isn't that useful. But I just personally think it's a little bit better than the DMR. I'm going to be honest. The EPG. I'm going to put the EPG in B tier. EPG is in B tier. It's pretty good, and it's not that hard to use, despite what people try and make you think. People who use the EPG are the most, like, egotistical motherfuckers on the planet. They're like, yeah, I'm an EPG main. And then there's, like, 5,000 people standing behind them that are also saying the same thing, because for some reason, people who use the EPG think they're special, but they're not. EPG mains are a dime a dozen. It's probably the most commonly mained gun in the game. Because you have, like, the genre of Titanfall players who one-trick guns. And out of all of the one-tricks, there's by far the most EPG one-tricks because it is the easiest gun to, like, call yourself good, but also, like, be, like, quirky and special because you're not using the car. But, I mean, it's a good gun. I just hate the people who use the EPG. The EVA. The EVA's okay. I would say it's easy B tier. It's not bad. You can kind of just spam it. It's kind of just like a brainless Mastiff. It's good, not great. Flatline. If we're talking about Flatline on launch, S tier. If we're talking about Flatline now, either high, I'm going to say high, like better than the Hemlock, but it's not B tier. Just because the bullet drop is rough. Like, there's just not really any reason to use it, if I'm being honest. Like, I don't know. It doesn't provide a whole lot. It has a slow fire rate, it has a high bullet drop, a low time to kill. There's just not really anything redeeming about the Flatline. And it's not that fun to use. Like, it's just, it exists. The G7, I don't remember what it's called, the G6 or something, G5. I think it's the G5. I don't know. Whatever it's called in Titanfall 2. Easy D, not very good. People who use it, not very good in brain. That's all there is to say about it. There's no point. It's fucking stupid. Kraber S. Kraber is S tier. Kraber, if you're good with it, is fucking broken. It's all around just a really good gun. It's really fun to use. It looks cool to use. You can hit clean shots. And it's not, like, you can't just pick it up and instantly be good. So as a learning curve, yeah, I'm going to say S. L-Star, that's tough. Also either high C or low B. I'm gonna put it in high C just because I think it's really, really close in value and as like the flatline. I think the flatline and the L-Star are very, very close in value. But the L-Star has a better time to kill. The only reason I don't think it's like better than the flatline is because if somebody's like above you, it's a lot harder to actually hit them versus the flatline. So I'm gonna say it's C. It's okay. Mastiff, I want to put it in S, but I'm gonna put it in A. The Mastiff is really fucking good. I love the Mastiff. The Mastiff is probably my favorite gun in the whole game. It's really good. It's super fun to use. It has good range. You can one-shot people. It's just fun. I love the Mastiff. And if you haven't used it, you should use it. Mag Launcher, easy A. It's really good. The only reason I don't put it in S is because unlike some other Titan weapons, you don't have to like commit to using it, if that makes sense. Because like with the Mag Launcher, you pull it out, and now you have to just go like don't, and then stop. And you do a lot of damage, but it's like you have to sit there and shoot for a while. And you don't actually have to peek either, which is nice. So that's like, you don't have to actually peek the Titan, which is really fucking good. It does a lot of damage. It generates a lot of charge for your Titan, like 1 second. It's just not S because you have to charge it. And the reason I put it above the charge rifle is because it's just a better Titan, anti-Titan weapon. Charge rifle is more versatile, but mag launcher is just better. That's just how it is. Mozambique, I'm going to be honest, I haven't really used the Mozambique a whole lot in Titanfall 2, but from what I've seen, it looks like a solid C. Because it's just like impossible to land shots with. It's literally just a shitty Mastiff. That's all there is to it. I think C is fair. It's not bad, but it's not great. Fuck this gun. Fuck the P20. If you're using the P20, you're just a masochist. I don't know. Fuck the P20. Just not good. Don't ever use it. All of the other pistols are better. Don't use it. This is the R101, I believe. S. I think it's a fair S. It's literally the gun. It's the GOAT, the OG, the man himself. S. The built-in scope is also really fucking good. I really like the built-in scope. The hip fire is really good. The time to kill is really good. S. There's not really a whole lot of debate about that. R202, also S. It's literally the same gun, just looks different. I actually couldn't even tell you what the difference between these guns are, other than just the way they look and sound. But they're both really good, so can't really complain. R97. I'm gonna say S because I think it's really close to the Mastiff in terms of value, but it's just better because you can kill a bunch of people really easy. Like, this gun is like fucking 50 bullets and it's like default mag, and that's ridiculous. And its default reload is insane and its range is insane. I'm actually going to put it at the top of A because after thinking about it, the car is just better. The car is way better. And the R9 is really, really good, but I don't think it's S. I think it's high A, but it's really fucking good. It's slept on, hard slept on. The RE45, it's either high B. I'm going to say high B just because it has fucking terrible range. But like the range on this gun is way lower than you would expect. If it had more range, I think it'd be better, but it functions more like a fucking shotgun than it does an actual SMG. So I'd say B. SMR, I really like the SMR and I've tried to get good with this gun, but it just fucking blows. It is not good. I would say it's like in the same tier as like the Flatline and the L-Star. Actually, I'd put it above both of these just because you can use it as a Titan weapon, but it should have stayed a Titan weapon because this was an anti-Titan weapon in Titanfall 1 and it was my favorite anti-Titan weapon. Should have stayed that way. It's mid. It's not good. Cold War, what is the softball on the come up? Before literally 20 minutes ago, I would have put this in D, but after 20 minutes ago, I'm going to put it in A tier. Hot take. I actually really fuck with this gun now. I didn't realize that if you stick somebody, they just fucking die. So if you're good, then this gun can be kind of crazy if you can actually hit people. So, slept on. Spitfire, like high B. It's just a pussy gun. It's literally a pussy gun. Has 5 million bullets in a game where you kill people in 2 shots. Has dumb range, dumb time to kill. It's a gun you use if you like having sex with... I don't want to say that. Just don't use it. You're a pussy. S. Thunderbolt, S tier. Not even close. By far the best Titan weapon in the game. Because you can just shoot it and leave. And it does crazy damage. This Thunderbolt is fucking busted. It's really good. Wingman Elite, high A. I've been on this gun for a minute now. I started using it recently, and it's really fucking good. I thought it was kind of not that good, but it's really good. It's literally a mini Kraber. Like, it's pretty good. I would say A. If you're good with it, A. Volt, I don't use the Volt that much because I personally don't like it, but I do think the Volt is... I would put it in high B. Either high B or low A, but the Volt's pretty good. I just personally am not a fan. I don't really know why you would want to use a SMG that has bullet lag for no reason, but if you want to, go ahead, have fun. But this is the definitive Titanfall 2 2023. Can I get this ad gone? Man, I should have got rid of that ad a long time ago. I didn't know you could click out of it. But this is the definitive Titanfall 2023 weapons tier list. And if you disagree, it's because I'm better than you. There we go. All right, next one. We'll speed run these ones. Particle Wall, D tier. A camping ability in a movement game. If you use this, your family doesn't love you. It's literally a shittier version of an ability in the game, D tier. This bullshit, C tier. It would be good if it didn't take 5 years to activate. So by the time you activate it, you just die. And the bots are really fucking stupid. C tier, not that good. Amped weapons, A. Literally just requires you to turn your brain off and just shoot. It's pretty good. Not crazy, but definitely good. Used to be busted and when the game came out because there was no timer on it. It was infinite, which was broken. But now it's just A. Ticks, A also, because you can just throw them and forget about them and get free kills. And I've actually been running ticks recently because if you don't want to think about running a pilot ability, you just throw it and it just blows up and kills people. It's pretty good, actually. Good. Which one is this one? Is this the... This is the Pilot Sentry, I believe. Pilot Sentry is mid, but if you use it, you're a pussy. I don't really know why it's in the game. It's a pussy ability. You know what? I'm gonna swap these, because at least this one will actually, like, keep you alive if you use it. This one, you just fucking die. So, there you go. But, you know what? I lied also. Rearranging the tier list. Amped weapons is A. Amped weapons is really good. Ticks, I think this is fair. But anyways, Pilot Sentry goes here because it doesn't actually do that much damage, and it also sucks. If you use it, you're just a buzzkill. Map hack is S. Map hack is busted. It's kind of an unfair ability, I'm going to be honest, because it just gives you wall hacks for like 10 minutes, and it charges in like 5 seconds, and if everyone on the team is running it, you just have permanent wall hacks. So, easy S. Titan Battery, A. It's really good. The only reason I don't put it S is just because you don't get any value if you're not on your Titan. But when you do get in your Titan, I think it's really good. It's super easy. This bullshit, I don't know. I'm gonna say C, to be honest. I would put it in B, but no, like, the minimap's not really that useful in Titanfall unless you're, like, looking for Titans. Like, I don't know. It's not, like, it's definitely useful, but it's not as useful as in, like, COD. Like, in COD, I feel like the minimap's very useful. But in Titanfall, like, all the grunts show up on them. Like, there's so much clutter that it's not as useful. So I think getting a jam doesn't really hurt that much. Titan Sentry's kind of dog, I'm gonna be honest. It doesn't really do that much damage, and it blows up in, like, 1 second. Like, if it's supposed to be an anti-Titan weapon, but a Titan can just punch it and it breaks, I feel like it's kind of shit. Smart Pistol's S. Smart Pistol is busted. It's really fun to use. It actually has a passive ability because it deals psychological damage because it tilts people. I fucking love the Smart Pistol. By far the most fun ability in the game. I love Smart Pistol. Phase Rewind is, like, marginally better than a Holo Pilot, but it sucks for the same reason. Because, like, the only way it would be useful is if you could just use it whenever, but the fact that you have to go, like, ooh, and then it uses it, that's kind of shit. Like, by the time you use it, you're just fucking dead. It doesn't actually do what it's supposed to do. Dice Roll, also D, because why the fuck would you want to use Dice Roll? And if you get one of these abilities, or even this, while you're just like wall running, it's just a waste. So, D. I would say this is a very accurate tier list. Next tier list. Pilot abilities. Particle Wall. Particle Wall is really good, but if you use it, you're a fucking pussy. So I'm putting it in D. Using a camping ability in a movement game is literally the biggest vagina move you could make. You're an actual, like, you are a vagina if you use this ability. It's really good. I'm just putting it in D because everyone who uses it is a pussy, and it deserves to be in D. It shouldn't even be in the game in the first place, but it is, so it goes in D. Cloak, pretty easy. I'm gonna say A. Cloak is an A because unlike in a lot of other games with Cloak, the Cloak in Titanfall is actually pretty good, but a lot of people don't realize you're supposed to use low profile with it. So it doesn't get A, or I mean it doesn't get S because without low profile, everyone will still see you. So Grapple S. Grapple is S. Grapple is busted. Has a really high learning curve, but once you get it, it's really good. It's just a good ability. It's really fun to use. S. Hollow Pilot. I know my chat's gonna disagree, but Hollow Pilot is a fat C. Hollow Pilot is not good, bro. And if you think it's good, you're on copium. It's literally like the most brain dead ability. It doesn't fool anyone ever, and even if it does, they'll just shoot it and then be like, oh, that's not real, and then shoot you, and then you just die. Like, I don't know. It's a solid C. Like, there's some times where it works, but it's not good. Stim is S. Stim is really fucking good. Oh, wait. That's not Stim. That is not Stim. That is Phase Shift. I knew that. I knew that. They chose a stupid fucking icon for that. Phase Shift is B. Sorry. Phase Shift is B. It used to be really busted when the game came out because it had 2 charges and it lasted for like fucking 10 seconds. But in its current version, it's really good because you can just go and then you disappear. But it's not like, it doesn't last that long. So it's B. Pulse Blade, A. It's pretty self-explanatory. And if you kill somebody with a Pulse Blade, you're a fucking G. You're literally just badass. And it requires like no brain to use. You just throw it and it has like literally the entire fucking map just gets revealed. It's really good. As I was saying, Stim is S, but it is just grapple for people who don't know how to use grapple. Because with grapple, if you know how to bunny hop and you know how to air strafe and carry momentum, you can go the same speed as Stim, but you have 2 charges. So you can use it whenever you want. And also it has a vertical movement when Stim doesn't. The only thing that's the bonus with Stim is it heals you. So if you're low, you can use it and it heals you, which is really good. And it's still just like a good ability in general, but it's just like a slightly worse version of grapple in my opinion. But yeah, definitive Halo 2023 tier list. If you think wrong, it's because I'm better than you. I love you guys. You guys are beautiful. I want to kiss all of you on the lips.